Once again, I would like to congratulate Mr. Allan for launching his debut novel, Becoming the Light. It is an honor and a privilege for me to be here, standing in front of all of you, to launch this book, and I want to thank you, Mr. Allan, once again for that. I have known Allan for a very long time. We studied together in the same college, that was Buckeye Christian College. One thing that I have noticed during our college days was he would love to bend things down and then put it out in social medias. I've seen him in certain occasions writing articles in conventional media platforms, also newspapers and all that. If I'm not wrong, he was also the editor of the college during his time. So we used to have a weekly bulletin, and in all the weekly bulletin, as in like any other newspapers, you would also find editorial notes. So he would always bend things, whatever comes to his mind. He would not put it in his heart, he would just let it go out and express it. And that was 11 years back. Today, I am personally delighted and I'm honored to witness this very moment, wherein you have seen a person from penning down things, jotting down articles, thoughts. You have seen a stage where we are today and where he is releasing his debut novel. Basically, my point here is he has solidified himself as an author and as a writer. So can you all give a big round of applause for him? Today, as I stand here, as I was coming from my home, I was reflecting on this very occasion, and I was also thinking as to what should I share. And then I realized one thing, our society at present, we do have a lot of role models in life. And most of the time, if you happen to ask people around, maybe out of 10, 2 or 3 people would have role models who comes from intellectual fraternity. A lot of people would have role models from film fraternities, entertainment fraternities, sports fraternities, which is not less good. But I believe it is high time we also have a role model who comes from academic field. We also have role models who are intellectuals, writers and authors. Today, it is with so much of delight I stand here congratulating Mr. Allan. If you look at the bygone days, if you look at certain world great personalities in the history also, a lot of people drew a lot of inspiration actually from writers and intellectuals and authors. You talk about Mahatma Gandhi. Somebody, after his demise, Einstein even went on to say that it would be difficult for the generations in the days to come to even know and believe that somebody like Gandhi walked on this earth in flesh and in blood. For our information, Mr. Gandhi drew a lot of inspiration from Leo Tolstoy, a Russian writer. In fact, the idea of ahimsa, in fact, the idea of non-resistance came from Mr. Tolstoy. Mr. Gandhi was also at awe of John Ruskin, an English writer, who believes and who even went on to say that the good of individual contains the good of society. So, having or drawing an inspiration from writers, intellectuals, philosophers also brings in a lot of awakening in our heart and in our soul. And this is actually applied in our personal life. You talk about Martin Luther King. He drew a lot of inspiration from his own professor, who was also a writer, Mr. Truman. In fact, the civil rights which he initiated was greatly inspired through his professor, Mr. Truman. So my point here is, at the end of the day, with this book launch, I hope and I believe that people present here, including myself, people who are not here, will draw a motivation and inspiration. I believe this book will also prick the conscience of readers and actively participate in the meaningful transformation of our society, which is the need of the hour. Once again, thank you for this opportunity. I am honored and I am privileged. Thank you.